It's massive and it just keeps burning and spreading.
A teenage girl is behind bars this afternoon on a preliminary charge of arson. Hundreds of students are going to be performing right here on this set. A Wolcott mother is sentenced to spend 7 years behind bars.
Slick spots kind of creep up on you and it's really difficult to see the lines on the road. Safety first always here on News 18 this morning. Before I give you guys a look at what's going on right now, it's actually so thick and so dark that you can't even see the building that's on fire. With his arms out and a thumb down, and he looked at me and said, "Nope, not voting for that."
Police are looking for a man who reportedly tackled a woman and stole her car in downtown Lafayette. In order to keep up with the ever-changing and growing community, Father Patrick and St. Thomas Aquinas are taking confessions to go.
5 coach buses are completely destroyed, including this one right behind me. Tyler Trent T2 Student Gate, and tomorrow it's going to be unveiled for the entire world to see. She said in part, "He's not doing anything wrong. I know he's innocent."
New scrutiny on a member of Congress who is accused of having the whistleblower complaint before it was released. The Monticello staple is closing its doors for good after nearly 50 years in business. New this morning, we're hearing from the owners of John's Bakery on why.
And it turns out that not everything that we've been seeing in these videos is abuse.
LPD will release body camera footage and also the 911 call from the shooting.
I'm going to step away so you can see this is just one of the homes that has been damaged.
Boilermaker basketball is back tonight, and I've got all the details on tonight's game, plus what the first 2,000 fans will get if you get here on time. Oh, just missed it. Coming up in just a couple minutes.
Just to show you how dark it is out here, I'm going to shut my light off for a second.
Former Indiana House Speaker Patrick Bauer says he's retiring from the state's legislature after 50 years of service. The Janneys have called this house on Longspur Drive their home ever since their child was just 6 months old. That child is now a teenager. The family tells me eventually they will all be able to forgive whoever took this home away from them, but they're not ready to forgive just yet.
I could see an orange glow through the front door window.
From the inside looking out, Heather Bungard Janney says she thought her neighbor's house was on fire the night of January 8th. It only took 90 seconds to realize she was wrong.
I went up the stairs, woke everybody, and we got out. We didn't stop for shoes. We didn't stop for coats.
From their own backyard, the Janney family watched as flames overtook their home with nothing but the clothes on their backs.
Touch the ground. This isn't the grass that I'd let grow. This is bristly and hard. Then I got a little bit of whiff of something that it smelled a little bit like a fuel.
Less than 12 hours later, police arrested a 13-year-old girl on a preliminary charge of arson. The girl lives down the street from the Janneys in the Wake Robin neighborhood and was a friend of their teenagers. Police have not confirmed the 13-year-old in custody intentionally set the house on fire, but say her alleged motive was a dispute with someone in the home.
Not good enough for her, I guess.
Jay and the girl had a falling out several months ago.
Texting us mean stuff about us, saying that we were not good friends.
Did the end of a friendship lead to the loss of Jay's childhood home? Did a 13-year-old really do this?
I was upset. I still am upset, especially now that this has happened.
The Janneys say their hearts go out to the family of whoever did this.
What happened to us was horrible. What's happening with them is in its own way equally horrible.
The Janneys are slowly getting back into the groove of their everyday lives just 6 days after this fire, and they will all soon move into a rental home. As for Jay says they are not ready to go back to school just yet, but Jay tells me they will be ready soon. DNR officials tell me that they have had those conversations with the Jones family, talking about the future of the search and possibly ending it. No decisions have been made on that. Now, cadaver dogs, professional divers, airboats, drones, and helicopters have all been used in the search for this 4-year-old boy with no success yet. We all want Owen to be found so that we can have some closure, and no one wants that more than his mother.
He was a Sour Patch Kid. He was definitely goofy.
Owen Jones was last seen at Riley Park in Delphi on May 23rd. The 4-year-old was swept into the strong waters of a Carroll County creek.
I just go day by day, and that's pretty much all we can do. We have our moments, but sorry.
Owen's mother says the last 6 months have been a blur.
Over a month ago, they came and collected me and my husband's DNA, and they put him in the missing persons database. Right now it's kind of just a waiting game, see if he's found somewhere else.
So far, Indiana DNR officials have found nothing.
I always think about him and everything, and I talk to him and pray.
Someone heard her prayers. Brittany is 6 months pregnant.
We just kind of said it's just a blessing from God, and he knows what our hearts need.
Brittany says God knew what her family needed before she did. Turns out she was pregnant just 2 days before Owen went missing.
We've been wanting another girl for quite a while, so we're gonna name her Trinity.
While the Jones family prepares to welcome a new member, they plan to keep traditions the same so that Owen never feels far away.
I still plan on putting a stocking and stuff up because he's still a part of our family. He's always gonna be with me, so.
News 18 continues to follow up in the search efforts for Owen Jones. In the meantime, we can take comfort in knowing that while sometimes there is no happy ending, there can be a beautiful beginning. In Carroll County, Isabella Caruso, News 18. You know how they say that God is everywhere? Well, now Father Patrick is kind of everywhere too. News 18 photojournalist Brandon Folk and I got to take a ride with him on this golf cart. He calls it the Confessions Cart.
Confession is a blessed sacrament, allowing Catholics to admit to their sins and receive forgiveness.
It's certainly deafening, like it's a bit terrifying.
It's daunting, right? Like, who wants to admit their sins?
It's also something many Catholics are afraid of and often avoid.
If this is a really important sacrament, then let's show it.
In order to keep up with the ever-changing and growing community, Father Patrick and St. Thomas Aquinas are taking confessions to go.
Let's get out where the people are, where the students are, take this golf cart out, do confessions on the go.
Is this real?
Yeah, it's for real.
What is happening? Why is there confessions on the go? Why is there a priest on the cart?
Pope Francis said we're supposed to smell like the sheep. But smelling like the sheep means you're not going to stay in that church and wait for all the people to come to us. Pope Francis wants us to go out to the people and experience them right where they are.
If you see Father Patrick and are interested in confessing, all you have to do is wave him down. He'll perform a traditional face-to-face confession, assign you a penance, and you'll be on your way.
I thought it was really funny when I first saw it, actually, but it's kind of cool that it's there and it's like kind of spreading the message.
We want to honor our traditions, but we don't want to be traditionalists. We don't want to be so staid and so off-putting that we get stuck in the traditions without recognizing how we can bring them to people in a new way.
It's never a bad idea to go to confession.
The point of confession is to receive mercy, to be able to look at yourself and to say, this is where I screwed up, but here's how I can do better.
I think Jesus Christ would be thrilled to see us doing something like this.
So Father Patrick wants to know,
how long has it been since your last confession?
Mac Daddy with Ida Slaw. Thank you so much, guys. God bless. Pork Mac. All right, perfect. Thank you so much. God bless. And there you are, sir. Hey, thank you much. I hope you enjoy. God bless.
Roasted, Toasted, and Baked is feeding the people of Greater Lafayette with its comfort food.
Mac Daddy, I got 2 all day now.
I can't even really put words to it unless you try it because it's just so good.
The pork is mainly smoked with apple and cherry.
Jordan Myrick has been in the kitchen since he was 14 years old, but he was getting burned out on the rate.
My career and my 90-hour to 120-hour work week needed to stop and relax a little bit.
Myrick says God made that realization clear to him.
So he kind of helped me and he guided me towards this, and there was definitely a lot of struggle and a lot of fight for me, but always ends up for the best, and I get lots of time with my family, and that's important, and I can help with the community a little bit too.
RTB is filling others up, but not just their stomachs.
67%. In 2012, when they did the census here, 67% of the people actually check-marked no religion. So our goal was to love percent that had no religion. And so we got Mac Daddy side slot, pork mac, 2 mac and cheeses with the boss all day. Serving our community is a big motto of the church. It's not so much that the church is a building as the church is the group of people that go out and do things.
RTB never reuses food. It's made fresh every day.
Their mac and cheese is homemade and it is amazing, and then they top it with that pulled pork with some barbecue. Oh.
Brianna? Got a pork mac?
And when the day is done,
we like to take things to kitchens. We drop things off for people.
The guys that are working it. Hey, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy. God
bless. I will. But the guys that work it, like, they're just so friendly and personable. They're literally giving back to the community in a way that's with food. I mean, who doesn't love food?
Hey, thank you much. Have a good day. God bless.